What do you think is the biggest payoff somebody could or should get from the book?
I think there's a couple of payoffs. One, obviously, more resources are getting mobilized in support of the work, again. I also think fundraising is perceived as such an incredible, incredible place of pain for so many people. And an instant payoff is to reframe the entire practice away from of fundraising, away from something that's just, something to endure for the sake of the mission, to really being integral to the mission, because it is. And I think also it's, the other payoff, certainly it's about the philanthropist journey. And we talk so much about that in this process of someone who is getting more and more involved in a cause and more passionate and, putting money and their own time against it, that's wonderful. But I also think we miss that it's also about the fundraiser's journey, or the executive director, or whomever else is day to day getting up and thinking about this work. Because I think we miss that piece when we're saying it's just about the philanthropist journey. It's about all of our journeys. What are we all bringing to the equation? And how are we all changing as a result of it? Going deeper, connecting more strongly, and getting more done in the world.
Yeah, truly allowing people to find ways to connect and to work together for something higher than themselves. And if that's boards of directors of nonprofits that all of a sudden start being treated like individuals as opposed to a board, if that's management teams of nonprofits working more smoothly with boards, then I think we're really happy. Is understanding how to really change the dynamic from one that's fear-based many times, where the fundraiser themselves are afraid of not getting funding or not getting what they need, or is the pitch perfectly perfect or direct, to the fear of the donor themselves saying, am I just being used for money? Am I just being, am I going to have to be afraid of failing, of really not being with my peers and working together? What's their intent? And so there's a lot of fear in all of this normal donor fundraiser relationship. And if we can lower those walls and make it more joy, then I think we're going to be successful.
And Phil, I would just also add that, one of the biggest challenges is that we far, far too often infuse money with the values of power and fear and scarcity and control. And I think if we just shift our perception about money being that could be a currency for justice, for commitment, for joy, and for love, I think if we can just infuse those values into money, it becomes a currency that's much lighter than we often think of it. And that's absolutely central to this whole equation, because money then just becomes the gas that goes in the car. It's not the car, it's not the driver, it's not the destination. It's just a tool to get the work done. And so it gets out of the center of the relationship, which is often what causes all these crazy power dynamics that limit the ability to get our work done.